Da 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 da. Da da da. I'm on the wrong thing right here. Let's fix that. And let's get us started with this streaming. Cause I'm so bored right now. I just want to make this thing work. I am so. That could have been better. Yeah. I don't know. I like that photo. I need to do more macro shots. I should probably take a picture of my dice one day. See if I can get that to work. The assassin bug. And here we see the majestic assassin bug. And the majestic bee. As in the be all end all of all this. Right. I'm going to need to move right here so that I can be a little bit better heard. Gotta have to fix up this. It's a good thing I'm testing this out. There we go. It's a little bit better, easier to hear me. Actually, I should be scraping that red. Let me readjust some of this. Move you out of the way so that there's no issues. And turn you up a bit. There we go. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this stream started. At least until I get some work. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so. Is there anything in the chat box? No. Why aren't you showing anything on the chat box? Are you working now? There you go. Yes, we finally have something. And we're live. Wait, I gotta transition over. Now we're live. God. I'm sorry. I am a mess. Let's go ahead and get started with this. Might pop out and stream. I'm just gonna place you right here. And much smaller. Oh, we'll start with you being bigger. Then we'll go ahead and shrink you down so that you are an appropriate size for me, so I can focus on what I am doing. Take you, lengthen you out so I can focus better on what I'm doing, and I'll work from here. Alright, so I'm going to be just making something today because why not? Genre, because I'm more familiar with it, even though I want to do some sci-fi. I'm going to go ahead and do low fantasy, because I spell horrible. let's decide what kind of environment we shall be using, yeah? Yeah. 5-room dungeon. We'll need you. What kind of environment do we want? Do we want it to be a wilderness environment? There's got to be a... Why would you create a multiverse so soon? There has to be something for deciding environments. If not, adventures, great adventures, vanilla tropes, covered twists, surprise. So maps, published adventures. Published adventures are always going to be a big thing. That's not what I need. Let's consider what kind of... You know what? Why don't we consider who our villain is first? We will start by adventure villains. Roll a d20. Once I can figure out where I put this. We got ourselves a 7. 7 is undead with any agenda. Ooh, interesting. Let's make a here. Add with any duh. See what else we have here. Agenda. Let's roll to see this here. 1. Adventure introduction, which I guess I will actually write over into the introduction area. Adventure introduction, which will be 1. While traveling the wilderness, fall into a the PCs fall into a sinkhole. Dropping them into the adventure location. Okay, so where was I? Ah, yes. Fall into sinkhole. Let's close off something so my computer won't chug as much. I will say we will clear all notifications. I don't need that. I'll close off Steam. I am recording, so I can't close off that. I will have to take care of that now. And I'll have to take care of that later. That's pretty much everything I can close off. Okay, I'll just have to make do with what I have. Anyway, back to what I was doing. We are looking at the adventure location. Adventure introduction, and we have our adventure villain. I don't know what type of villain I want, but now that we are on the idea of the villain itself, I'll let the players figure out what their goal is going to be. I'm just going to throw them into the scenario. That is how you create a evolving story, a self-generating story. You don't necessarily need to give the players the goal. You just need to get them there and then allow them to figure out exactly what's going on. That's terrible advice, by the way. You should follow it. Yes, follow it. Let's see. Framing event. Don't really need a framing event for this kind of scenario. If you're traveling in the wilderness, we have to figure out exactly what you're going to be doing to travel to the scenario or travel somewhere else. We don't need XP random encounters. So what we shall be designing is we know we're dealing with an undead. Let's go ahead and figure out what your multiple abnormally high and abnormally low ability is. Here, 2d6, and we'll choose one from each. 4 and 6. 4 gives us high intelligence, very smart, but low charisma. So in the end, you'll be a solo monster. Villain. Let's reformat you so that you read a little bit better. Here. Middle. Undead with an agenda. High. Int. Low. Charisma. What else do we want in here? Do we want to focus on the talent? Let's roll and see if we'll take it. Actually, I don't need that. That's going to be too much on me right now. Yeah, let's roll this. What is your talent? 9. Great at impersonations. That'll be useful. Great at impersonations. And let's see what else here we can take. I can actually make you a little bit bigger. Not by much, but a little. mannerism. I don't really need the mannerism. But if you have goals, then you're obviously an intelligent NPC, which means I can go ahead and start working on these schemes. So we'll center you, so you're a little bit, and we'll start working on this. You already have immortality, so if I roll for immortality, I get to roll again. Or I can break the mold, but ooh, revenge, which requires a d4. 2. Avenge a past imprisonment or injury. I like imprisonment. Avenge a past imprisonment. So we have an undead with an agenda to avenge. Well, actually, avenging past imprisonment. And that is your motivation. You're trying to avenge your imprisonment, which is awesome. Your method of doing so let's roll the d20 and see what we get. Hopefully warfare, because I like warfare. I don't actually like warfare, but I like the concept behind it. Magical mayhem. Oh, there goes my low magic setting. 7. Summoning monsters. Let's see. Let's say you're not skilled enough to raise the dead, but you do have the means to summon dead from another plane. Summoning undead beings. Interesting. And your weakness, let's go ahead and roll for that without thinking. 8. Let's see what we got. The villain loses its power if a mystic bargains. The villain loses its power if a mystic bargain it struck long ago is completed. Oh. This is power if ancient pact is completed. Okay, that's interesting. I like this. Okay, falling into place now. Let me see if I can good. Let's see. That's our villain. We'll figure out, villain class options. We don't really need a cleric, dreadlord, or any of that. In fact, we can start working on the villain right now. Formerly live humans such as mummies, vampires, and zombies who have been reanimated by supernatural means, technology, or disease. For example, in Dungeons and Dragons, the term also includes incorporeal forms of the dead, such as ghosts. You know what? Mummies are sorely underutilized, so let's go ahead and use that. I like the idea. Villain. The mummy. We'll keep this as that is going to be a thing later. So what should we name our money? Well, we'll go here to see name generators is a great resource to use at any one point in time. Fantasy and folklore. M for monster. Morgan. MU mutant. I would say let's go ahead and use lich names. What's the difference between a mummy and a lich other than how they will put into their area? No need for that. I am not worried there. I cannot, since I don't know how to speak Ministan. Ministandian? I don't know. Ignis. Pelorock. Gilzid. Gilzid. How do you come up with your names? Liches usually keep their memories of their mortal lives, and might keep their names as well. But many often shed themselves of that weak identity by picking a new name. Or they may be given one by their powerful masters, who are often demonic in nature. The names in this generator are all dark sounding. I guess. Well, let's combine it by combining your original name by your new pact name. So, in order to make you easier to utilize, I will go with. I don't know if African American names fall under Africa. Oh, let's look at what an ancient Egyptian name would look like. Or maybe I should look up deities of the dead. Hello, Tollpanzer. It's great to see you. Sorry I've missed your message, but I am trying to make an effort to check in every once in a while. All I'm doing at the moment is creating a session to utilize Onshot. Um, whether or not I will actually utilize it will be a issue of a different matter, of a different time, but at least trying to make something keeps the mind sharp, as you well know. I have come up with a few fanciful ideas via random rolling. I do know that I'm going to be making a low fantasy adventure. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as low fantasy as it seems. Right now I found out that the villain that I am making is going to be an undead avenging past imprisonment. It's going to be very high in intelligence but low in charisma. It's going to be great at impersonation, so I'm thinking something closer to a bard. Um, we'll see. It is going to be able to summon undead beings, but it cannot raise the dead, and it loses its power if an ancient pact is completed, um, which would be possibly something involving its current goal of avenging its past imprisonment. I'll figure it out. I'll even. Right now, I figured out that I want it to be a mummy since mummies are very rarely used. Um, I am going to have the adventure actually start with the PCs and travel from one location to another, and they will fall into the adventure location. Past that, I really don't have much set up. What would be my base environment? I could go with the desert, but I'm kind of desert age out right now. Let's look up some environment types. I want to fill that in. I guess I'll. Look at what you say. Oh, well. That's a quick check. Most people think the urban environment is underused in D&D. Something tells me that is not true. I don't... How? It is very, very common for someone to have an urban business. But this gives me a list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 10 could combine to... Well, if I take out underwater, which is a difficult one to deal with anyway. No, let's not take out underwater. We'll take out coast. I won't take out anything. I'll merge 2 if I have to. So I'll roll a d10. You rolled a 3, which will give me... Curse you! Well, we're doing this in the desert. So instead of a sinkhole, we'll have... What is it called? Quicksand. We'll fall into sinkhole, quicksand, environment type, last week, Pathfinder 2e, you ran a bank heist. Bank heist sounds fun. When was the last time I've played a bank heist? It's been a long while since I've played in a game where I've been in a bank heist. I could... Well, that's right. I did pull up this so that I could randomly roll for the quest type. Because I may be able to make this into a bank heist or something of the equivalent. We have 9 different types. One is a combination. I don't really need combination. I'll roll a d10. 9 and 10 is combination. So slightly easier time. Alright. So 3 and 2. We are trying to do a delivery and a protection. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is going to be... Oh. Oh. Okay. I can make this work. Quest type. Going here. What quest type? Delivery plus protection. It's not a bank heist, which is something I was kind of hoping for. Because I would have been able to do a bank heist if it was something such as attain or fetch. But I can make this work. This is the exact opposite of a fetch quest. You're in possession of an object, person, or piece of information. They must deliver it to a specific location. I would argue that Lord of the Rings is a delivery quest mixed with a destroy quest. If your job is to escort a person safely to a second location, you're on a delivery quest. Yay. But if your job is to protect a person who is attending a wedding, or you're enforcing a witness protection team, or you're charged with defending a town, 7 Samurai style, which is a game session I'm currently designing for, what is it called? Legend of the Five Rings. I think 5th edition is the current one. 4th edition, 6th edition. I don't know. Then you're on a protection quest, which is great. I want to say we'll figure this out. I just know it's a delivery plus protection, so you're going to have to deliver something to someone and protect something. Uh, or somewhere. Uh, Maybe when we have the phylactery go back. I do apologize. I need you guys to give me one moment of patience while I go handle something that needs handling. Und I am back. Let us fix this up. We are transition. There we go. Now I can be heard. A little. Okay, where was I? Something, creating this. I decided it'd be a delivery protection quest. I know what a delivery and protection quest is. We're trying to figure out what this guy's name is, and PCs fall into quicksand, dropping them into the adventure location. Adventure location will obviously be something like a tomb. Let's go over here. And I will be back in just one moment. I gotta go take care of things again. Sorry, had to feed a baby, but at least there were pretty pictures to look at. There we go. Okay, where was I? Oh, as I said, this was supposed to be a chill stream. I was hoping to have a little bit more quiet time, but it is what it is. Let's see where I am currently. I'm gonna actually pull it up right here so it's easier for me to follow along when people are sending messages, if that happens again. Whoops, not on there. We don't have to worry about... Oh, yeah, actually. Let's figure out who the creator of this dungeon is. D20 gives us 16. 16 gives us Kuatoa. How do I spell that? We'll change this to men. Too bad you won't let me see exactly when this was posted. Oh well. But you know what will let me see that? Okay, somewhere at 11:40 something. It's 12, so it took me about 20 minutes to get back, okay. Great, Fishman. Cultists. Religious group. 16 again. Worshippers of a good deity. I'll focus on the evil alignment and choose from there. So you are chaotic good, or lawful evil. So you're going to be evil regardless. Oh, that gives us an idea. We don't really need the alignment, do we? No. Something about a class. We don't really need a class. When I think about it. That was the original purpose and then repurposed. Let's do that. The original purpose of this place was a tomb. Haha, I was right. And it was repurposed into being a tomb. So it's just a tomb. I'll work that out. La da dee da dum da dee dum da da dum da da dee da da dee dum da da dee da dum. Let's see. Going back to what I was doing before. Oh yes. We're going here, here, reroll. We have a 20. You are the site of a great miracle. Because I can't spell. No, there's miracle. I don't need anything about that. And I don't need to actually make the dungeon itself. So, what should you pass on the way to the dungeon? 9. And tax statue of person / deity. Statue of T. Deity. There should be some descript stuff in there. But that should be more than enough information. I don't need to write anything else there. Traveling the wilderness, PCs fall into quicksand, into the adventure location, into the tomb. Just figure out the name of this villain. I am blind. Here you are. utilize I like using Cornish names. So European, Cornish, Celtic, Cornish. Conan. And Conan. Funny. I'll use Mihal. Thank you for being so loud. Just absolutely Mihal the mummy. Mihal. What was Mihal known for before he became what he is? That is a good question. Let's see if I have anything for this. No. Look at designing NPCs. Well, he's smart and not very charismatic. He's known. Do I need methods? We already have that. You're causing mayhem in order to destroy. We already have your weakness, which is prophecy. Prophecy shall be your undoing. Yay, thank you for being so loud. Makes it so much easier. I don't see anything in here. Let's see if I have anything that I can utilize otherwise. You're fine. Let's see. City builder, NPC creation. Let's see. Names, surnames, personality traits, quirks. No. Let's see. Let's think. We'll figure out the prophecy. In my case, let's see. While traveling the wilderness, PCs dropping them into the tomb. We'll use this tomb as, we'll rename you, Mihal. Mihal. Mihal the mummy. Mihal. Oh my god. Alright, I'm going back into mute. Thank you for your patience. I can't win for losing today. We got this. Let's see. Where am I? Because I haven't even started making the actual adventure yet. We only have the main villain, his goals, and stuff like that. Let's start working on just the rooms. Starting with the entrance encounter. Do I want to, because I have 5 to utilize. Entrance, puzzle role-playing challenge, trick setback, big climax, or big battle climax, reward revelation. I know I want the final room type to be a revelation and not a reward. So that will be our final room type. Encounter type for this should probably be more social. This room type should be the big battle. The encounter type should be combat plus puzzle. And that's where I'll probably get into the protection quest, as someone will have to be protected. I will actually use the trick is room 3. I'll keep it the way that it is. Trick, which will be also combat. We'll just throw you right in there. Social work. Oh, that's what I'll do. We'll make you a revelation. And we'll make you that final battle. So we'll switch that. We will give a challenge, but instead of the roleplay challenge being social, it will be exploratory. And we'll make you a puzzle. And you will be our entrance. Your encounter type will be nation. Oh. Onshot plus combat. Oh, we'll make your entrance social. No, we'll make your entrance exploration. Exploration plus social. There we go. We'll have you exploration plus social. That'll work. Technically, if I could set this up right, it would be a 1-page dungeon without any actual. Anyway, we can get rid of these because I know what I'm going to be utilizing and how. Let us turn this introduction into something worth reading. Out loud text. Insert precious Virgo. Your party is traveling through the desert. Your party is traveling through the desert, hauling precious cargo. That cargo. Extremely valuable. We're doing it low fantasy, sword, and sorcery. We're doing low fantasy. We'll do it sword and sorcery. That cargo. That cargo. Extremely valuable. Facts. Freshly looted from the Temple of Good Deity. From a temple a few days walk. View of the parties find is unknown, but is currently unknown, but hopefully is worth more than the lives lost in getting it. Your party is traveling through the desert, hauling precious cargo. That cargo? Extremely valuable artifacts freshly looted from a temple a few days' walk. Days walk away. Freshly looted from a temple just a few days' walk away. Weeks walk to the east. Give actual direction, make his hit more grounded in the world. Extremely valuable artifacts freshly looted from a temple just a week's walk. A week's walk to the east. The value of the party's find is currently unknown, but hopefully it's worth more than the lives. Then then the value of those lives lost in retrieving it. Let's see. So we'll write up a quick skill challenge that is system agnostic, so it gives a scenario on how to say fall through and then travel through these and then try to find it. In the end, though, enough live several lifetimes over. Enough to live several lifetimes over. So it's noon day sun. What is the term that I'm looking for? Hi, patron. We don't need you. Let's see. Henchmen, hirelings. What's the last term? Henchmen, followers, hirelings. Regardless. Which things are pointless unless you all your the value of your finds is currently unknown, but hopefully it is worth more than the value of those lives lost in retrieving it. Hopefully it is worth enough to live several lifetimes over. But such musings are pointless unless you all make it through the desert's unrelenting heat. Low on food and water due to the unfortunately extended stay that you needed in the temple. You see it, sir, to push your party, henchmen, and followers the scorching sands in search of a nearby village settlement to meet your party's needs. Your party is traveling through the desert. Your party is traveling through the desert's noonday sun, hauling precious cargo. That cargo, extremely valuable artifacts, freshly looted from a temple just a week's walk to the east. The value of your finds is currently unknown, but hopefully it is worth more than the value of those lives lost in retrieving it. Hopefully it is worth enough to live several lifetimes over. But such musings are pointless unless you can all make it through the desert, desert's unrelenting heat. Low food and water due to the unfortunately extended stay in that temple to some unnamed, that long forgotten deity. Low on food and water. Low on food and water due to that unfortunately low on food and water due to the unfortunately extended stay in the temple dedicated to that long to some. Low on food and water due to the unfortunately extended stay Due to the unfortunately extended stay in that temple dedicated to some long forgotten deity, you see it wiser to push your party, henchmen, and followers through the scorching sands in search of a nearby settlement to meet your party's needs. Growing needs. It's okay. I know I lost my I'm the only one here. Oh, I could have done that. Oh, I had just lost you. Oh well. That's interesting. I wonder if I can boot myself. We'll deal with that later. I'm streaming right now. I will change entrance for puzzle. Okay. We'll remove social from here. It'll be more puzzle to make your way through. We'll start you entrance out with social rather than exploration. Your social encounter will be we'll use a small table as the party make their way through the sand desert. 1 to 2 prompts from the following list to react to. And now we shall make this list. How am I going to do this? Okay. 1. No. We shall insert table. One. Sun is high up, beating down heavily on your pack animal head. It is staggering under the its heavy load and the burning heat. How do you vent it from succumbing to continuing forward. Two. One of followers are were injured during the parade. What was injury and how do you handle it? Some of the henchmen feel that he is slowing, that they are slowing the group down. How do you prevent a mutiny? Yeah, there we go. It's as complex as that. We need to prevent a mutiny. How do we do so? We'll be able to get rid of this eventually. Okay. Now that that is done, forward, reverse, forward. Okay, let's throw in one more row beneath. 3. Reported needed water. Distance. Get there. There is nothing but reasons your feet. These pulled the group far off course with their mistake, and the your henchmen are going for blood. What do you do? Yes. If I can get a D6 worth. It's our low. The party. One of the fallen was the which pin that kept the group together. Through several tight spots. The reality of being an adventurer means that you are likely going to die and lose people that you care about. allowing everyone to he even sacrificed his life who were they? Who were they? And what did they personally do for you? During the how do you do to honor them and raise the group's morale? Morale. Who were they, and how did, and they help you during the delve? You personally, who were they? Oh, I have something in my pocket. Okay. Spirits are low within the party. Spirits are low within the party. One of the fallen was the linchpin that kept the group together through several tight spots. Who were they? And how did they help you personally during the delve? What do you do to honor them and heal the group's morale? That'll do for now. I can probably add 2 more in the future, but for right now, it'll do. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit more interaction in this, or else this will not do well for gaining. What? No. No. Okay. Oh. Okay. You started super late. That's fine. We're going to... I had 3 views. At one point in time, I had 2 viewers. Oh no. That would have been nice. Let's see if I can get some more just to... Connections excellent. live chat replay. You can send a message to anyone because I don't need slow mode because I don't have that many followers. So that's fine. Let's see what I can do to fix and add some more people. Let's go. No. Here. I can probably be on for another hour at worst. What I can do is I can actually come to here, which I have paused. Here, copy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I guess promote yourself here. Do you have like a self-promotion channel? Cute. Cute, 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 cute. I will put you in tabletop gaming. There. Each just chill stream. Let's see how long I can stream and keep this going for because I'm a lonely boy. Ah, Toll, you're back. Welcome back, Tolpanza. Thank you for joining us. Again. Sorry for the whole long, like 20-minute interruption. I just ended up having to feed a baby. So, trying to get everything back together. Wait. No, 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 no. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. So, where was I? Ah, yes, room 2, which will be our entrance proper. So, room 1 basically is our social interaction. Give them 1 to 2 prompts, following list. Fence, so coming to heat stroke, so that's dealing with animal load. I should do one of distrust, so I'm going to insert a row below. We'll have a 5 and a 6 that will need filling in. So, to those who are watching, this is where I'm going to ask for your input. I know I don't have that many watching, but I'm still going to ask for your input. Who here among us has an idea of... Stop trying to show me top messages. Oh, understand what you mean by top messages anyway. Who here among us has any ideas of any kind of prompts, um, issues that one can react to in a desert? Something that you can both handle via roleplay and, if needed, a little bit of exploration. But mostly, roleplay is our focus. Something that will give a social interaction. How do you actually interact with your desert environment? The group that you're with, in this case, it would be the henchmen and followers. I'm counting them as two separate factions. Um, or your group itself. The ideas that I've come up with would be 1. The sun is high up and beating down on your pack animal's head. The animal is staggering under its heavy load and the burning heat. How do you prevent it from succumbing to the heat stroke while continuing forward? 2. One of your followers was heavily injured during the temple raid. What was their injury, and how do you handle it? Some of the henchmen feel that they are slowing the group down. How do you prevent a mutiny? 3. Your scout reported much. I can read this. I'm a voice actor by trade, can you tell? Your scout has reported much needed water off in the distance. You get there, and there's nothing but fiery sand beneath your feet. The scout has pulled the group far off course with their mistake, and your henchmen are calling for blood. What do you do? 4. Spirits are low within the party. One of the fallen was the linchpin that kept the group together through several tight spots. Who were they, and how did they help you personally during the delve? What do you do to honor them and heal the group's morale? Does anyone have any idea of what else can be utilized? I have space for 2 more, possibly 4 if I get enough good entries, but for now, 4 entries will have to do me while I move on to creating our exploration section for room 2 or scene 2. Actually, let's rename them scenes. Oops. We're not necessarily going through rooms in and of itself, but we're going through scenes, and depending on how you structure this out, it can be a session each. But I'm trying to make this system agnostic so that it can be used across multiple systems, whether that be D&D or my homemade system or Dungeon Crawl Classics or Zweihander. Or the Goblin Slayer TRPG that I have. Or Fantasy Basic. What's it called? Basic Fantasy. That's what it's called. Which is, by the way, a free game that you can play, run, jump, extend. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and do this, which may draw in a few more eyes. I don't know. It's not like I do this for a living. I just do this for now. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and save these. When was it recorded? Obviously today. Stream location. None. Title and description language. English. It's Ireland English. No, it's not Ireland English. Anyway, that's all done. Save. Let's go. Maybe I'll draw in some more people willing to watch. Anyway, here we are creating scene. Exploration. We'll start you off with a read out loud. Ooh. I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and take that, Tollpanzer. Thank you. I will do a little bit of editing, of course. But, Control Z. Without formatting, thank you. Tiny cactus. Bearing. Yeah, that delay is definitely real. There is nothing I can do about it. It's just a natural thing when it comes to this. Thank you. Little while ago, you found a field of small cactuses bearing small cactus bearing fruit. Hoping to quench your thirst, you eat bearing pale fruit. So it reads a little bit better. You eat the fruit. You and your party eat it. And So quench, sate. After verifying that it wasn't poison, after the herbalist declared it safe and hoping to sate your service, declare it safe. Hoping to sate your hunger and thirst, you and your party dine in. What does it say? Hoping to sate your hunger and thirst, you and your party dine. It is only half an hour later that you feel the effects. Everyone is now hallucinating. What do you see? And how do you shake the effects? Alright, this works. This works quite well. Alright. So, let's see. So I only really have an hour back in. Or an hour left to go for this stream, unfortunately. Then I'm gonna have to get myself ready for work in a rush. Feed the rabbits and water them very much so, because it is... No. I mean, today should be much warmer, but whatever. Under some rocks, your party find a large clutch of lizard eggs, but there is a snake in the nest feasting on those eggs. You kill it, but not before it poisoned you or one minion. Who and why? Yeah, it does. It's one of the downsides of this thing. What I do in order to work under it is I actually leave about 15 to 20 characters. I'll put brackets and PT one of possibly 3 or 4, depending on how long I think my full entire text would be. Kind of like this. Words, wording, words. Purge. 1 of 2. Something like that. It actually makes it much easier to write in everything you want to a degree, though you still have to be careful to word things so that it's small enough that the person can see as much of it as possible in one go. Which means trying to keep it down to 2, 3, no more than 4 parts. Let's reword this. Under some rocks, your party finds a clutch of large lizard eggs. Unbeknownst to you, there is a snake in the nest, feasting on them. While an even larger snake while you manage to kill it, minion is the word that I was looking for. One of your party members will get bitten. Who was bitten and how? Do you stop the spread of poison and treat the wound? Well, I will tell you now. The way that I stop the poison and treat the wound is I cut off the limb and then dump the stump into sand, allowing the sand to sit there in the wound and keep it as close as possible, while tying it off, of course, but you know, that sand's gonna keep it nice and sterile. Venom, thank you. Poor me, who actually knows the difference between poison and venom, and yet I still use the wrong terms quite often. That is true. Yes, you do get to eat the snake. So you get snake and eggs. Alright. That is great. I'm going to go ahead and move over to the next scenario. Starting with a read out loud text. And now we shall start this properly. With 6 choices, which is great. Here's our read out loud text. Give me 1 second. You start to make a second push, but find that your pack animal are stuck in the sand. You hear a little effort. You start to hear cracking beneath your feet and realize the ground is giving way. Even as you begin to sink down, we'll have to stuck in the sand. And it is not just your animals, but you and most of the party as well. Or can react in earnest. You start to hear cracking beneath your feet and realize that the ground is giving way even as you begin to, is giving way even as you begin to sink down. Panic among the group starts to set in. Animals starts to set in, and with only one artled stomp, you feel the air beneath your feet. The group comes back to a short while later. It's obvious that there might be a few injuries. We'll cancel that read aloud text here, and we will make this portion skill. Ask each player to use their skills and items on their skills, items, and ingenuity to either prevent their injury or the injury of those around themselves. Huh. Give me 1 second, I gotta check something real quick. I want to see if I can get someone's permission to link something. I'm going to see if I can get their permission to link this, because if I can, the whole concept behind it could definitely work. It is a wonderful, wonderful game. I quite like it. I like it quite a bit. Quite. Oh, it's great. It's absolutely amazing. Through it, you made something quite good. Quite good indeed. I'm sorry I can't show you guys this, but maybe one day later We shall name this. We shall name this. Escape from the tomb of Melhal. Mahal. Myhal. It's Cornish. Myhal. Mahal. Mahal. Mihal. Mihal. Myhal. Just name it Mahal's Revenge. That works. Go back to here. Read. Alt. Load. Text. Now, what I can do for you is instead of having you, so if you guys read aloud text this way, I can actually turn you into a subheading 3, so you're smaller but you stand out a little bit more. You're subheading 2. Subheading 3 here. Here. And here. Okay, so going back to this, the group comes back to the group though unable to prevent any the sudden drop, come back to life a short while. Shortly after hitting the sand below. There might be a few injuries among their number. Yawned. These injuries are likely most are thankfully non-fatal. I should yawn. I should decide, do I want... No, let's not deal with any fatal injuries. Here's where we will have exploration and a puzzling sense. The area they have fallen in is by why? I hate yawning. The area they have, the party has fallen into is brightened only the introduction of day of fading daylight. Okay, that feels much better. Okay. The group, unable to prevent a sudden drop, come back to life shortly after hitting the sand below. While there might be a few injuries among their number, most are thankfully non-fatal. The area around the party has fallen. The area the party has fallen into is brightened only by the sudden introduction of fading daylight. The air is a mix of dry and musty with the subtle hint of ting mothballs. It is both dry and musty. Musty and dry is a weird combination, but there's a subtle hint of rotting mothballs. Great. Excuse me. Now to create a puzzle for this area to lead into the next scene and area. So, here we go. Exploration skill challenge with an E. to heading 3. Great. So that's what I want from you. And this will probably be about, oh, it's already 3 pages. I want to stretch you out just a little bit more. I'll probably add another paragraph and shrink you down. No, I'll be getting rid of that, so that should put most of you back up in here. We'll get there. But this is where you will start coming into play. So let's bring you over here after the read aloud text. Where I will need you here. We'll need you here, which will be great. What's the term I'm looking for? Give me 1 second to find out this terminology for this thing that I'm looking for. Pitch. Which I will add in push you down just a little bit. This is your pitch check text. You are but one of several full adventure make their way back home in order to make money from their hard-won triumph. For they can make it, though they fall to a tune. Singing a long, dark, forgotten secret. Their presence wakes up the sleeping fill within. Can the party escape? escape. Can the party escape this tomb? Or will he be the first of a long line victims in the name of vengeance? There we go. This is the pitch. The party, fresh off a successful adventure. No, I can do that. The party, fresh off a successful adventure, make their way back home in order to make money from their hard-won triumph. But before they could... I keep butting. I don't need to butt anymore. Before they can make it, though. Before they can make it back, though. Before they can make it back, though. But before they can make it back, though. I don't need it, though. But before they can make it back, they fall into a tomb, imprisoning at once. Let's try this again with my new adjustments. The party, fresh from a successful adventure, makes their way back home in order to make money from their hard-won triumph. But before they can make it back, they fall into a tomb holding a long-forgotten secret. Their presence wakes up a sleeping evil within. Can the party escape this tomb? Will they fulfill the prophecy? Or will they be the first in a long line of victims in the name of vengeance? I don't like that their presence wakes up the evil. I don't see that as being the greatest. And I'll add in a few unknown details. Their presence wakes up a sleeping deity, sleeping evil within. Their sudden presence wakens the sleeping evil imprisoned within. There you go. The party, fresh from a successful adventure, makes their way back home in order to make money from in order to sell their hard-won triumph food. Hearts desire. All that hearts desire. There we go. That'll fix that. The party, fresh from an The party, fresh from a successful adventure, makes their way back home in order to sell their hard-won treasure for all that their hearts desire. But before they can make it back, they fall into the tomb. Into a tomb. They fall into a tomb holding a long-forgotten secret. Their sudden presence awakens the sleeping evil imprisoned within. Can the party escape this tomb? Will they fulfill the prophecy? Or will they be the first in a long line of victims in the name of vengeance? Yeah, that'll work. Going back here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Getting entombed is a thing that the kids do nowadays, don't you know? I seem to be slipping backwards in time. Let's speed that up a bit. There we go. And now I'm back to where everyone else is, so I can hear myself as I do stuff, which is very annoying, by the way. Being able to monitor yourself as you work, as you talk, and do all this stuff is really confusing. Anyway, where was I? We're looking at the tomb. Exploration skill challenge is going to give them a few bits of information. The fact that this is the site of a great miracle should come in with the revelation before the big battle. It was made by fisherman cultists, so oh no. A party should be concerned with making their way out of this mysterious tomb. Would they be inclined to light up the walls? They should see hieroglyphics very badly spelled. I don't think that's how you spell it. Thank you. That's how you spell it. They should see hieroglyphics written across the walls of this cave. Also are far too smooth to be an actual some of these stalagmites. Let's figure this out. Stalagmite is the one hanging from the ceiling, right? Nope. On the floor, which is what I want. Just sand on top of tables. It's almost time for me to go. I'm losing time. No! But I got a good portion of this done. Too bad I haven't gotten the skill to write this all down in a... Well, I have the skill to write it all down in a day and design this all in a day if I had a 5-hour period, but whatever. Just sand on top of tables. What kind of room is this? Let's go to D&D. Oh no, I don't have it here. I don't have it here. Oh, this is why I have the physical book. Which one did I want? Artifacts, Deceptions, and Dilemmas. AD&D should do me. Ah, yes. My rooms. I can also utilize... my DMG... at least this digital copy of the DMG, for random dungeons, looking more specifically at stalking a dungeon. Close this off. Here we go. Once you load in again, I can work with you. Meantime, you're going to be attuned to this guy. We don't necessarily need an embalming chamber, but it would be useful for this to be an embalming chamber. Yeah, I give this time to actually load in. Temple Tomb. Here we go. Once you finish loading in, we'll utilize you. We are looking for... This shouldn't be the containment room. This should be a 1d8. 3. Room of pleasure and relaxation. 5. A den. A den is quite useful. Too bad you don't write down the page in which you would recommend 4 dens. On the other hand, you are in alphabetical order, so it should be easy to find. A den. This room or chamber is designed to provide a quiet, comfortable, and informal atmosphere for conversation, reading, writing, and other activities. This room is often secluded. What would be found in this room? Baskets, bins, boxes, cabinets, chests of drawers, footlocker, lockbox, music box, tinderbox, trunk, vase, clock, any, cloak, cowl, coat, boot, cap, hood, purse, scarf, mirror, armchair, armoire, bookshelves, blankets, chairs, nuts, coat rack, cushions, yeah. Okay, I can work with this. Have fallen to should a den of relaxation and meditation for the cult. Readable portions warn of a worshipper turned to evil and imprisoned above the waves. Worshipper turns to evil and isn't above the waves. It should also speak of worshiper I think this is about the time for me. I'm going to have to leave. I'll have to continue this sometime later in the future. I do thank you for having joined me for this, and I do hope you have an absolutely wonderful night. In the meantime, I gotta get myself ready for work. Uh, Thank you again, and no, seriously, thank you. I really appreciate you guys being here and helping me. Anyway, with this lag being what this lag is, uh, Tall Panzer, I'm sure you're still here. You get my immediate gratification for showing up for just about every stream that I do. That is actually tops on tops. Anyway,